And
Hey,
so
Dylan.
now
Hey
Tyler's
guys,
here.
good morning and
Ty,
good afternoon.
hey,
Welcome.
Tyler, how are you? You're ready to talk about the CMT?
I'm ready to talk about whatever you guys want to talk about.
All right. Well,
But I have to say,
European soccer
this,
then. It
this
is.
entire conference has been awesome.
thank you for
Sorry, go
sponsoring,
ahead, Dale.
being one of our sponsors, Tyler. We appreciate it.
Of course.
And so, why don't you tell us about the CMT program, which I'm seeing a big trend towards people that didn't have this designation certification before. I'm seeing more and more of it. Are you getting growth and a lot more interest?
We're in a massive bullish breakout, Dale.
Okay. It's confirming, momentum's confirming price.
Momentum is confirming, that's right.
All right.
We haven't gone parabolic yet, but things are moving in the right direction.
Yeah, I'd rather have it be a healthy trend, so that's good, man. All right.
That's right. No, I've been following Ashraf's work for a long time and was very happy to give up a few minutes about the CMT Association. So I'll keep this really quick. I think you guys have just an incredible lineup of speakers. The education is outstanding, and that's what the CMT Association does, is help folks throughout the industry to understand the value and utility of technical analysis. So we do a lot of different things. We're a global nonprofit. We've been around about 50 years. But today I'm just going to talk about the CMT program, which is a certification for financial industry professionals. It's 3 exams. We offer those twice a year. You do have to take each level in sequence. But really the CMT designation is there to deliver 2 different outcomes. We want to improve investment performance, and we want to help open up career opportunities for folks. And that exam, that program is recognized around the world. We've got members in 137 countries. I spend a lot of my time talking to investment firms and banks about the value of the CMT designation. And then of course, we work with regulators all around the world. So we're recognized by FINRA in the US. We're working on projects with SEBI in India right now, IROC in Canada, you name it. So for those of you who've already been considering it, I know we've got hundreds of folks on the line from all around the world. Perhaps some of you are already registered. I just wanted to mention the next exam dates are December 1st through the 15th. So you've got about 9 weeks to prepare for that level 1 exam. And what we're going to talk about today is a little bit about why that's valuable, a little bit about the basics that we think will improve investment decision making. And it rang true to me when Ashraf was talking about, when do you know to stick to your guns? When do you know to abandon your trade? And that's really the crux of what the CMT program is all about, is developing a rigorous, systematic process for how you evaluate risk and reward. So a lot of people have maybe heard of the CMT designation. As you mentioned, Dale, it's gaining in popularity. You're seeing it around the world. But why do people pursue what is really a very academically rigorous program of study, very difficult exams, and they're going to dedicate at least a year of their life to earning this designation? Well, what it comes down to is the differentiated value that comes from being a certified, a chartered market technician, having a certification that tells the world what you know about technical analysis. So that graphic that you're seeing on the right-hand side of the screen, our marketing team just took some creative impulse around survey data. So we asked CMT charter holders a year after they earned their designation, what's that done for you career-wise? And you'll see about 40% were promoted, a little over 50 had new positions in the industry. But the one I want to harp on for a second is that almost 60% of new CMT charter holders had gained more responsibility within their firms in the year after earning the charter. And what that means is that from any money manager out there, you might be trading your own account, but you might be thinking about bringing on some clients, expanding your AUM. That more responsibility is an expanded AUM. The folks who earned the CMT designation had the trust of their clients and their firms to manage more money because they had a repeatable, systematic process for how they were going to approach markets. And the CMT program isn't a trading scheme. We're not prescribing any one way to look at the markets. And in fact, we feel like there are infinite ways to separate noise from information to find an edge in the markets. The program is really just about you developing your own set of tools and using all of the elements of the CMT program. So let's dive into that real quick. We're talking about technical analysis, but everybody has their own definition of what that means, right? For us, it's the study of price action and market statistics, for example, volume, that help you infer price trends and manage risk. But there are a lot of other really great definitions out there. If you go to the Bible of technical analysis, Edwards and McGee said that it's the study of the action of the market itself. It's a pretty solid definition. We've heard at conferences time and time again, people talk about supply and demand. It's just about understanding supply and demand. Where's there pressure from sellers? Where is there momentum from buyers? Technical analysis might be about the supply and demand for shares or contracts. And then this one comes from a good friend, Perry Kaufman, and a lot of his work is in our curriculum. And he talks about the systematic evaluation of price and volume for the purpose of price forecasting. And so for everybody out there who says, yeah, technical analysis, I'm a quant, I'm an algorithmic trader. I've moved beyond technical analysis. I would answer you this, and I would say that algorithmic trading, having a machine that actually delivers the trades for you, that makes perfect sense, right? An algorithm is, in essence, just a program for making decisions in an orderly way. But technical analysis is where you're going to find signal and how you're going to separate noise from signal in this world of data that's out there. So let's talk real quickly. The CMT program at its very core, the level one where you start is understanding data organization, data visualization. What are we doing with all this information that is pouring out of the markets at us? So on screen, you're looking at a new chart. We've got members all over the world who are developing really cool ways of understanding what's happening in the market. And that's just the G10 currencies. We're looking at a heat map, right? So technical analysis is not just price charts, but you could look at composite information across whole sectors, across whole asset classes. And this is just looking at the currencies, and you can tell immediately that in the last week, we've had a major shift. That color coding is actually blending the most common trend and momentum indicators that exist. So you're looking at securities, individual currencies that have gone from really bearish environment, suddenly turning bullish. And we're seeing a big rotation within that. Let's move on. We've got the concept of relative strength. So instead of just looking at that heat map, this chart's a few weeks old, but we're looking at the sectors of the S&P 500. And relative rotation graphs, as they are called, are about 10 years old. But it's a concept of looking at multiple securities against a benchmark, in this case, the sector ETFs against the SPY. And you're looking for those that are moving from leadership to laggardship, or from laggardship to leadership, to understand where your next opportunities are going to come from. And this is just a new way of visualizing data. All right. We talk about divergence, how important. Ashraf mentioned this a bunch of times, and Axel, who's going to come on right after me, is going to talk about divergence in a million different ways. This is one way to look at it. Again, I'm looking at a go-no-go chart where you've got a really bearish looking trend for US dollar. You're seeing a divergence in the oscillator, and that's a composite of RSI and other momentum indicators. And there, indeed, we found the breakout just at the end of last week. That divergence is a leading indicator of what might come, where we want to be paying attention. And as Ashraf was questioning, when do we know when we're wrong, right? When we don't get confirmation, when we're deep into a trend, when we've expanded our position size, we want to look for signs of weakness early on. We don't want to wait for price to tell us that we were wrong and give back all those profits. So these are some of the core components of the CMT program. And hopefully for those who are interested in the markets, who are coming here on a Sunday to learn, you'll find some value in the CMT program as well. So real quick, the 2020 CMT curriculum, it's published by Wiley. You have a consolidated textbook at each level of the program, and that's really just going to provide a very efficient study. I get asked all the time from retail traders around the world who say, can you provide just a basic introduction to technical analysis? I'm just getting started. And honestly, without bias, I want to tell you that the level one curriculum is a very broad, very basic understanding of TA. And for me, I had to learn all of this on the job. 10 years ago, after finishing my MBA, all I knew was that technical analysis was voodoo, and corporate finance, you needed to focus on the fundamentals. And it's been a real eye-opening experience for me, and hopefully it will be for you as well. Our good friends at Wiley wanted you to know that you can take 30% off the textbooks there. That code is CMTTW30, and that'll save you 30% on your textbooks. And my last chart, I promised Dale, we're going to get to Axel in just a moment. For those of you who are considering the CMT program, who want to invest in your own professional development, who are aspiring to join the financial services industry, or maybe you already are, maybe you're a veteran 20 years into the game, I really encourage you to think about focusing on your process and developing these tools. So for those of you who are ready to register for the CMT program, at level 1, you can save $200 on your registration. That's LVLILR is the code to get in there. And I'll send these around to the team at Forex Analytics, Trader Summit as well. And that concludes everything that I wanted to share today, except to invite you all to join us next week. I know the Forex Analytics team is going to be a part of our virtual summit. It's being centered from our office in Mumbai, but it's open to a cast of speakers and attendees as well. So how did I do, Dale? Did I get us in?
You know what? You are a great ambassador, and I love your demeanor. You're a great ambassador for CMT. And here's what I say, Tyler.
What's that?
Invest in education and pay for it, or pay the market.
That's right.
One or the other is going to happen. So
from other mistakes, right?
Yeah, I mean, invest in yourself.
There you go.
And
learn. Well, Stylianos and Steve and Dale, Joe, the whole team, I really appreciate you guys having us on board.
Nice having you on, Tyler.
Thank you, Tyler.
Yeah, really looking forward to the next one and having you guys be a part of our summit coming out of India in a couple of weeks.
Perfect.
Thank you, brother.
That's perfect. Have a wonderful Sunday.
Yes, thank you as well, guys. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Tyler.
Bye-bye.
Tyler Wood,
Bye-bye.
a great ambassador for the CMT.